Okay, good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about another antigen antibody reaction, neutralization. The neutralization reactions are the reaction of antigen antibody that involve the elimination, what you call elimination of very important point, harmful effects, harmful okay effects of which one? Harmful effects of which one? Effects of bacterial exotoxins. Bacterial exotoxins are a virus by specific antibodies. Specific antibodies. This is important. These neutralizing substances these neutralizing substances okay antibodies are what you called known as antitoxins. Okay, children, this specific this specific antibody is produced by a host cell what you called in response to a bacterial exotoxin or corresponding toxoid or it will be called inactivated toxin. Okay, children, this is important point. Next, we are going to discuss about vaccines. What you called vaccines. Okay, children, observe very carefully what are the vaccines are there. Right now, we are going to discuss about those vaccines. A vaccine is a biological preparation. Vaccine is a biological preparation, okay, that provides active acquired what you called active acquired immunity to a particular disease and what you called resembles a disease causing microorganism okay, children, and is often made from weakened okay weakened okay or attenuated what you call attenuated or killed forms what you call Killed forms of the microbes. Killed forms of the microbes. Next, their toxins. Their what you called toxins. Their toxins. Their toxins are one of its surface proteins. One of its surface proteins. Okay, like that. Vaccines teach. Vaccines teach. Okay, very very important. Vaccines teach our body. Okay, how to. Vaccines teach our body how to defend itself. How to defend itself. Okay, how to defend itself. How to defend itself when the viruses or bacteria, invade it. This is important. Next, what we have to remember is vaccines deliver only very little amounts of inactivated or what you called inactivated or weakened. You know very well this one. Inactivated or weakened. Okay, inactivated or what you called weakened viruses. Okay, weakened viruses. Very little amounts of inactivated or weakened viruses or bacteria. Okay, or bacteria. Next, what? This allows the immune system. This allows immune system. Okay, to recognize what is called to recognize. Very very important. To recognize the organism without actually experiencing the disease. Experiencing the disease. Some vaccines need to be okay, given more than once. To make sure. Okay, booster vaccination. That is called booster vaccination. Next one, to make sure the immune system can overcome a real infection. Okay, a real infection. In the future. the what you call future. Okay, children, observe very carefully. So we are going to discuss about another antigen antibody reaction that is called neutralization. Neutralization reactions are the reaction of which one? Antigen antibody that involves in the elimination of harmful effects of bacterial exotoxins or a virus by specific antibodies. Elimination of bacteria or what you call exotoxins by a specific antibodies called neutralization. These neutralizing substances, antibodies are known as antitoxins. Very important. Which one is neutralizing? Which are involving in the neutralizing? They will be called antitoxins. This specific antibody is produced by a host cell in response to a bacterial exotoxin or corresponding toxide. Bacterial exotoxin or corresponding toxide, inactivated toxin. Okay, in response to a bacterial exotoxin, okay, or corresponding toxide. What do you call this? Produce specific antibody produced by host cell in response to a bacterial exotoxin or corresponding toxide. Okay, inactivated toxin. Next, vaccine. Vaccine is a biological precipitation. Okay, preparation, not precipitation. A vaccine is a biological preparation that provides a active, very important, acquired immunity. Repeat. Active acquired immunity to a particular disease and resembles a disease causing microorganisms. Resemble a disease causing microorganisms. Okay, children, resembling disease causing microorganism, and is often made from weakened means there is no what you call disease causing nature, or attenuated, nothing but we are using chemicals and what you called controlling the disease causing nature of the microorganism. So disease causing microorganism often made from weakened or attenuated killed forms of the microbes. Their toxins are one of surface proteins. Vaccines teach our body how to defend itself when the virus bacteria invade it. Suppose any virus or bacteria invade this antibodies will start and fight against that virus. So that kind of teaching process, fighting process is giving information by the vaccine to antibodies. Vaccines deliver only very little amounts of the inactivated or weakened virus or bacteria and their parts. This allows immune system to recognize the organism without actually experiencing the disease. Some vaccines need to be given more than once. That is called boost vaccine. So vaccine, if you give nothing but vaccine, nothing but what? Inactivated parasite or inactivated virus or inactivated bacteria or inactivated their parts of the virus bacteria parts only. When they entered, automatically without knowingly you will get antibodies against them. Once some experiencing the disease without actually experiencing the disease. Some vaccines need to be given more than once. So one vaccine one time if you give that enough. But some vaccines you should have to give more than one time. Such kind of vaccines are called booster vaccination to make sure the immune system can overcome a real infection in future. So if actually real active one enter into the body, that time this already produced antibodies related to that virus or bacteria will kills and the person will not get the infection. That is the main concept about the vaccines. Okay, children, there are different types of what you call vaccines are there. What are the different types of vaccines are there? We are going to discuss now. Okay, children, different types of vaccines are there. We are going to discuss about different types of vaccines. What are the different types of vaccines? Number one, vaccine initiates the, okay, first point, vaccines initiates the immunization process. Which one? Immunization process. Vaccines initiates the immunization process. The vaccines are classified. The vaccines are classified as first, second, okay, and third generation vaccines. Okay, children. First generation vaccine we are discussing. First generation vaccine. What is first generation vaccine? The first generation vaccine is further subdivided into number one, live attenuated, living only but inactivated, okay, attenuated by using chemicals, okay, vaccine. This is important. Next, killed vaccine and toxoids, inactive toxoids, like that. Now, live attenuated vaccines use the weakened, okay, attenuated, okay, attenuated, very important. What I saying? Attenuated, okay, attenuated. Next, aged, attenuated, aged, less virulent form of the virus, okay, children, this is important. Examples, measles, mumps, okay, measles, mumps, rubella, means MMR vaccine, okay, children, that is first generation vaccine we are discussing, okay. Next one, and the what you called some more examples. Varicella vaccine. Varicella means what? Chicken pox. What you called? Chicken pox. This is important. Next, another important one. Killed, okay, or inactivated vaccines. Killed or inactivated vaccines are, okay, killed or inactivated by heat and other, what you called, heat and other methods. Example, Salk polio, what you called, vaccine, Salk polio vaccine. Next, toxoid vaccine. Next, toxoid vaccine contain a toxin or chemical. This is important. Secreted by, okay, secreted by, very, very important. The bacteria or virus. Bacteria or virus. Okay, they make us immune, because they make us immune to the harmful effects of the infection. Harmful effects of the what you called infection. This is important, children. Very, very important. Harmful effects of the infection. Instead, okay, instead of the infection itself, instead of to the infection itself. Okay, infection itself. Example, DPT. What is DPT vaccine? A DPT vaccine. Come on, D means what? Diphtheria. D means diphtheria. P means pertussis. T means tetanus. T means what? Tetanus. Diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. This is important. Second generation vaccines. We call next second generation vaccine. Second generation vaccine. What is second generation vaccine? Contains the pure, okay, surface antigen of the pathogen. This is important. Surface antigen of the pathogen. Examples, hepatitis B. Next one, the third generation vaccines. Third generation vaccines. Okay, the third generation vaccines contains the number one, what is called purest and highest potency vaccines. Okay, potency vaccine. Okay, which vaccines, very important, which are synthetic in nature, synthetic in generation, or otherwise synthetic in generation. Okay, children, very important. This is next one, the latest revolution in vaccine. Okay, the revolution in vaccine. The latest revolution in vaccine is which one? Vaccine is DNA. What you call DNA vaccine, or what you called recombinance. Very important. Recombinant vaccine. Okay, children, observe very carefully. What we are going to discuss is vaccines. We are discussing about what? Vaccines. Vaccines initiates the immunization process. Immunization means development of immunity and fight for antigens. How? The vaccines are classified as first, second and third generation vaccines are there. First generation vaccine is further divided into live attenuated, living but inactivated by chemicals. That is called live attenuated vaccine. Which one? Bacteria or virus? So killed, already then killed vaccine. Toxoid. Toxoid means what? So toxin which is inactivated. Like that, live attenuated vaccine, killed vaccine, toxoid vaccines. Okay. These are comes under first generation vaccine. Live attenuated vaccines use the weakened, attenuated, aged, less virulent form of the virus. So suppose one virus is there, that one we are weakening by using chemicals, aged or already age completed, less virulent, not that much serious, not that much dangerous. Such kind of what you call vaccine, the virus we will take and we will use as a vaccine. Examples: measles, mumps, rubella. That measles, mumps, rubella are called MMR vaccine. What do you call? MMR vaccines. Varticella. What do you call? Varticella or chicken pox vaccine also best example for live and attenuated vaccines. The next, killed vaccine, second one, killed vaccine or inactivated vaccines are killed or inactivated by heat and other methods. So virus we are taking and killing. That one we are killing means we are by using heat we are killing. Then that particular virus particle which one is killed by heat, that virus dead particle we will insert into the patient body to improve their immunity. Example: SARS polio. SARS polio vaccine, toxoid vaccine contain toxin, a chemical secreted by the bacteria or virus. Next one, the chemical secreted by the bacteria or virus. What do you call that is toxoid vaccine. What do you call? Toxoid vaccine. This is important. Polio vaccine, this is toxoid means third one what? Toxoid vaccine, a toxin chemical secreted by the bacteria, that one inactivating. They make us immune to the harmful effects of the, what do you call? They make us immune to the harmful effects of the infection instead of the infection itself. So which is instead of causing infection, they will make us immunity to develop immune system. For example, DPT vaccine, diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. Next, second generation vaccines, they contains pure surface antigen. Suppose the flagella or viral coat or what you called, very well, the virus coat is there or not. Capsomers, capsids like that they will take and they will use for the as a vaccine. That is called pure surface antigen of the pathogen. Example, hepatitis B. Next, third generation vaccines, purest and highest potency. Last one is no problems at all. Nothing will happen. No different side effects. Such kind of vaccine is third generation vaccine, which are synthesized generation of the latest revolutionary in vaccine is DNA vaccine or recombinant vaccine. Or by using rDNA technology, we will produce the DNA or RNA vaccines for the development. Okay, children. Next class, we will discuss about immunization process. Thank you, children. Thank you very much.